Unit 10, Lesson 2, Mother and Child. Vocabulary. Health, health. Situation, situation. Cope, cope. Remote, remote. Lead to, lead to. First priority, first priority. Establish, establish. Improve, improve. Pay attention, pay attention. Infant mortality, infant mortality. Against, against. Adolescence, adolescence. Vaccination, vaccination. Maternal mortality, maternal mortality. Pregnant, pregnant. Antenatal, antenatal. Midwife, midwife. Competent, competent. Mortality rate, mortality rate. Well-being, well-being. Malnutrition, malnutrition. Redress, redress. Immunization, immunization. Deal, deal. Hi, pet. Where do you work? Hi, Manikon. I work at Ban Pusai Health Care Center. Oh, well, what's the major health problem? The major problem is the high mortality rate of mother and child. How high is it? Well, the maternal mortality rate is about 470 deaths per 100,000 live births, and infant mortality rate is about 98 per 1,000 live births. How do you deal with that situation? The local village authorities and staff at the center have been encouraging people to come and use the services of the center. How does the government cope with the situation? The government stresses on building healthcare center for every village, especially in the remote areas. Do you think that will help reduce the mortality rate? Yes. And I also believe people will come and use the services of the healthcare center. This will lead to the reduction of infant and maternal mortality rate. Mother and child health in Laos. The maternal mortality rate in Laos is among the highest in the region. In Laos, the maternal mortality rate is about 470 deaths per 100,000 live births. Today, the Lao government takes mother and child care as the first priority task in the area of public health. Almost all villages in Laos now have access to healthcare center. However, some villages in remote areas still have no access to healthcare center. The Ministry of Public Health is now planning to establish healthcare center for all villages. In conjunction with the mother healthcare, the government of Laos pays more attention to the child healthcare because the infant mortality rate or child mortality rate is also high among the age group of under 5. It is about 98 per 1,000 live births. To improve infant mortality rate, the Ministry of Health stresses on immunization and vaccination against diseases for every child. In the near future, the maternal and infant mortality rates will be reduced to a certain level. Mother and child care. In the Lao PDR, only 35% of pregnant women have received at least one antenatal checkup. Only 20% of deliveries have been conducted by trained personnel. The percentage of institutional deliveries is as low as 2.5%. There is poor distribution and low utilization of maternal and newborn services. There are insufficient trained midwives in the health system with poor quality of care due to lack of competent health services providers and managers. There is limited access to healthcare information and services, especially for the young people, including adolescents and the unmarried young people. Indeed, the major obstacles to Lao PDR reaching its Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, include high rates of malnutrition seen in a number of provinces and the high maternal mortality ratio, MMR, nationwide. The United Nations, UN, health agencies help Lao PDR to redress these barriers to national health and development.